guys, so it's actually 10 p.m. on Sunday the 1st of December, and I'm still up because I am working on a big speech that I have to give tomorrow. I've got myself a cup of tea because I feel like I might be coming down with a cold. I'm rebuking it in the name of Jesus because obviously it's Vlogmas and I have a lot of talking to do, and I really need to be able to deliver on my speech tomorrow. Ask me why I have waited until the 11th hour to write my speech. See, I don't only procrastinate with my sewing projects. It just seems to be a way of life for me. Maybe it is that I function better under pressure, but time will tell. We will see tomorrow when I deliver the speech whether it was good enough or whether I really needed to spend a little bit more time working through the ideas. I'm hoping that I'll be able to film some of the actual speech so that you guys can hear it for yourselves. But because of the event, I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to. Fingers crossed I will. If I am, then I'll definitely pop some in here so that you guys can see firsthand your girl on the big stage delivering this speech. So that's enough for the talking. It's time for me to get back to work. But first, who does not love themselves a cup of tea? I've got a question. How much time do you guys spend choosing your outfits? Now, on some days, I run to my closet and whatever my hand catches, that is what your girl is wearing to work. Other days, I come to my closet with an idea of what I'm going to choose. And some days, I literally stand and stare at my clothes, trying to figure out what am I wearing today. Now, today, I already know what I want to wear to work. And it is this dress right here. Now, it is black and white. I'm headed to the office today. Do you guys know what work I do? Leave me a comment and let me know what you think I do for my day job. Now, if you have been here for any time at all, you might have been able to pick up already. And if you follow me over on Instagram, you probably have an idea of what my day hustle is. But I'm curious to know in the comment section, what do you guys think I do for work? Because girl has to support this sewing hobby some way. I gotta make my coin so that I can buy and stash my fabrics. So this is what I'm wearing to work today. This is McCall's 7920, and it is one of my favorite patterns, you guys. It really is very flattering on me. I made this a couple months ago as part of a black and white collection. I have not shared it here on the channel yet. I want to say it's coming, but I don't want to give empty promises, you know? So I've got so many collections underway. I did 3 collections for the whole 30 fabrics challenge. I did post about it here on the channel. I'll leave the thumbnail in right here in case you want to hop, skip, and jump over and watch that video. But I'm not finished any of my collections, and so I have not been able to report on them just yet. But you are getting a sneak peek because this is one of the dresses. But I do have to go ahead and mend this dress before work. Now, I did not have enough buttons to put, I think it was 10 buttons down my center front. I only had 8, and I figured I would do the top 8 and then I'll leave the bottom 2 without buttons until I either A, found 10 black buttons that I liked, or B, happened to find 2 more of this particular button. To date, I have done neither, and one of my buttons has been misplaced. So instead of falling right about here, it is too low down, and so it sort of gapes right here, and it's kind of awkward. So I need to go ahead and mend that before I get ready for work. So I need to get busy, otherwise I'm going to be late for the office. So I'm just going to put this aside so that I can add for the cookie tin. Let's give it a good shake. Pop the lid. Oops. go. And I am going to choose this one. The question for today is, what is your favorite type of fabric? So at some point during today, I'm going to answer this question. And of course, drop me a comment down below and let me know what is your favorite type of fabric. Alright guys, I really have to get ready for work, so I'll check back in with you later. Alright loves, it is 7:52 and I'm ready for work. Your girl is going to be a little bit late today, so I'm really hoping that my boss is not watching this video, but I'm ready to take you guys along for my work day. So let's go. Alright, I made it to my car. Goodness gracious me, I feel like I'm out of breath, you guys. So let's make the drive to work. Alright, so I'm about halfway through my journey on my way to work, and I'm getting ready to navigate Fogarty Hill. Now, Fogarty Hill has been nicknamed the S Corner because it is literally shaped like, I want to say at least 2 S's, because it is a bit longer than one, I think. Is it? Maybe. Anyway, we have nicknamed it the S Corner because it's very steep and it winds from the top of a mountain all the way down into a valley, and then it goes back up on the other side. Now, I'm not sure if I could get my hands on an aerial shot of the S Corner so that you can better see what I'm talking about, but I'll try to give you guys a peek of what it looks like. So let me try and turn this camera around and see if you can actually see anything. So we have made it to the bottom of S Corner, and now we are heading upwards on the opposite side. Alright you guys, can you see that tiny green building in this video? You probably can't see it so well, but that was the top of the S Corner where we started, and then we came all the way down through those mountains and then back up on this road right here. So yep, this is what we call the S Corner. It is now 13 minutes past the hour of 8 and I have made it to work. Now, I could have been here a little bit sooner, but I did stop to share the footage of the S Corner. And so from about 7:55 to, I want to say, about 10 past 8. So it took me maybe about 15 to 18 minutes to get to the office. Not bad, right? This is the kind of commute that I like. Now, I am going to show you a map of Montserrat, and I'm going to show you where I live and how far I had to travel to get to work. But let me go ahead and get inside, and I'll check back in with you guys a little bit later once I have settled in. Alright lovies, so it is 12:43 and I'm sat at my desk working on a speech that I need to deliver at 3 o'clock. Ask me why this speech was not done like 2 or 3 days ago so that I had sufficient time to practice it a little bit so that I don't go and completely tank on the big stage. But I don't have the answer. As usual, I am down to the wire trying to get myself organized for 3 o'clock this afternoon. I still need to eat my lunch and I still need to put my face on. So I'm really down to it, you guys. Let us see whether I can pull a rabbit out of the hat and deliver successfully these remarks. We shall see. So it's 2:05 and this is the current state of affairs. I am trying to eat my lunch. I need to get my face on. My speech is about 7 minutes too long and I'm giving this speech at 3 o'clock. No, I can't leave out any of these things. I need to have something to eat. I haven't eaten all day. And there's no way I'm standing on a stage in front of the Chief Justice looking like this. No way. I need to at least prime up just a little bit. So far as the length of the speech is concerned, your girl might just have to go ahead and wing it. Or at least pray that I don't get dragged down off the stage because I have exceeded my time limit. But I need to start eating and doing my face, so that means I need to stop talking to you. But I'll be back later to check back in. Alright, so I have eaten. I've managed to fix my face. It doesn't look too terrible given that I did it using this tiny mirror and sat at my office desk. And I have not done anything else to my speech and I have not finished my tea. But I already went and brushed my teeth. It is now 2:39 and as I said, I need to be at the venue before 3 o'clock. This is one of the perks of small island living. The commute is invaluable, and on days like this I definitely appreciate it. Anyway, I gotta run. Alright folks, so that is a wrap. I was able to deliver my speech and it seems from the feedback that I got that I didn't do too badly. So it was actually the launch of the Eastern Caribbean Supreme Court's e-litigation portal, that thing right there, and I had to give remarks alongside the Chief Justice himself. Now that is a huge deal. I'm hoping that my hubby was able to record me giving some of the speech. If he did, then I'll go ahead and pop a clip in so that you can be a judge of how well I did. Anyways, it is now 25 minutes past 5. I get off work at 4 o'clock, so I'm late and I need to get home to my kids. So I'll check back in with you guys later. Now, it is perhaps customary at the launch of anything to focus only on the good, the selling points, if you will. Nobody ever really wants to talk about the bad or the ugly. Nobody except criminal attorneys. Fortunately for you, I was inducted into the halls of criminal attorneyship over a decade ago. And finding the holes, the drawbacks, or the pitfalls in cases has sort of become second nature to me. So obviously, you will not be surprised that today I am going to be shining some light on some of the drawbacks of the e-litigation system. How brave I am. I am almost certain I heard someone in the audience gasp at the mention that this system might have any flaws at all, especially in the presence of the esteemed Chief Justice. But don't you worry, I'm going to get to the good parts just a little bit later. So breathe, everyone. First, a few drawbacks through the lens of a prosecutor. Alright loves, so I am finally driving home. It is now 5:46. It has been a very long day and I'm happy to be heading home to my kiddos. So, sorry, I'm stuck in a mint. Oh gosh. Thank you guys so much for joining me for day 3 of Vlogmas. I'm hoping that you enjoyed our little field trip to the office and then to deliver the speech, and I will check in with you guys tomorrow for day 4. Why did nobody stop me? I already came and said good night, only to realize I didn't answer today's question. I pulled it this morning and I was meant to answer it at work, but things got so hectic with me trying to finish my speech and get to the ceremony that I completely forgot to answer the question. So the question of the day, as a reminder, was, what is your favorite fabric type? Now, please leave me a comment down below and let me know what your favorite fabric type is. My favorite fabric has got to be rayon or viscose. I think it's called viscose in some places, rayon in other places, but that has to be hands down my favorite fabric. I love how it moves, how it drapes, how it feels on the skin. But if you are new to sewing, I probably wouldn't recommend this fabric as like your first couple of projects. Unless you're really ambitious and want a challenge. Viscose or rayon is quite shifty, quite slippery, it's very difficult to like fold the fabric selvage to selvage and establish the fold line on grain. So that often means when I'm using rayon fabrics, I have to go ahead and cut my pattern pieces on the fold and then sort of flip them over to cut the mirrored image, or even on the fold, I cut one side except like down the center, front or back, and then I flip it and cut the other side, and then I have my piece cut on the fold without actually cutting on the fold. This is particularly important if you're working with like striped rayon fabrics or anything else that has like a very evident pattern. Otherwise, you might end up with your fabric askew. Now, quick joke, that happened to me very early on in my sewing days. I was actually making the Wilder Gown by Friday Pattern Company. And I was new to working with like viscoses, rayons, and I tried to cut the skirt portion of the Wilder Gown on fold. And so my finished Wilder Gown has the pattern like slanting upwards. Now I still do wear my Wilder Gown occasionally. It is still in my wardrobe. If I can find a picture, then I will find one and I'll put it in. But that definitely was a wake-up call for me. And that is a point to note for you. So if you're new to sewing, maybe hold off on trying rayon fabrics. If you have been sewing for a while, just a couple tips and tricks that will help working with rayon a little bit easier. Now, one of my main tips is to go ahead and starch that baby. I love to fully starch my rayon viscose fabric when I am ironing it before I even cut out any of my pieces. It helps to kind of stabilize the fabric, though it doesn't make it very stiff, not like a quilt and cotton or anything like that. It is still slippery and a little bit shifty, but just not as bad. So definitely go ahead and give the spray starching of your fabric a try. Now you guys, now that I have remembered to come back and answer your question, I need to have a shower. It is 6:25 and I've had enough of today. So this time I'm going to say goodnight and actually mean it. So I'll see you guys again tomorrow for day number 4. Is it day 4? I'm hoping it's day 4. Anyways, I'll see you guys tomorrow for another day of Vlogmas. So until then, stay calm, stay cool, stay safe, and absolutely keep watching Vlogmas. Peace.